Hello and welcome to the product demo for two most fundraising kit for marketplace startups. Now, a marketplace startup is basically any company that creates a platform that would connect two parties that are looking to connect with each other. It could be buyers and sellers, or basically anyone who wants to connect with each other in a seamless manner. They are also known as peer-to-peer platforms or PaaS or platform as a service. We are calling them marketplace startups. Now, if you're a founder of such a startup, then this fundraising kit has been specifically made for you. It is made to assist you in your fundraising efforts and includes everything that you need to do so. Okay, so let's just take a walkthrough of what all is included. Okay, first we have a pitch deck template. Okay, it comes with a fully editable Canva template that has been designed by experts. So you could access that by clicking on this link. We will get to that later after this walkthrough, and then you'll be able to edit that template easily on Canva. Okay, you don't need a paid subscription and all. And then you also get like slide by slide guidance with the purpose of every slide, what goes into it, AI prompts to create the content for the slide, brainstorming section for you and your teammates. Okay, so as you can see, it includes everything. Now, after the pitch deck template, the next important thing is like the finance model. So we again have one section for finance model. It gives you the best practices and tips and tricks, along with like a proper sheet that is fully editable. This is one of our best products. Okay, it includes unit economics, analysis, it includes financial projections, and everything is automated. Everything in Glue is automated. You only have to put very basic stuff, and you don't need to be a financial expert to create this. We made it that easy, and I'll get back to it when we do our demo. I'm just walking you through everything as of now. Okay, so this is the finance model. Then we have an investor database with over 3,000 plus investors. Okay, so as you can see, there's over 1,500 US based investors. So these are VC firms. We show which funding stage they invest in, the website, sectors of investment, name of partners. This is very important. The partners' email, country, and everything, right? We even give you their LinkedIn. Now, these are curated investors. This is not something that we've just scraped off of the internet. We've actually meticulously, a human has gone and checked and gotten all this data. And these are the people that generally tend to respond more than the others. Okay, so these are curated investor details, 1,500 from US, 1,000 from Europe, and over 500 from India, which is one of the fastest growing economies. So we thought we'll add it from there as well. Now you can directly use this part as a CRM, as Notion is going to introduce that soon, or you can just click on this link and access this data on a Google Sheet as well. You can just make a copy of this Google Sheet and then upload it or download it as a CSV and upload it in any of your favorite mass emailer platform. Again, this includes all the data. You can see partner email, partner name, everything, and there's actually a lot of data. We are not messing it, right? So yeah, so US, Europe, India, everything is there. Now, once you have this, there's instructions, detailed instructions on the kit and how it has to be used, okay, to guide you. Then let's go back to the home. We have this section where you can create an elevator pitch for your business if you don't have one already. There's quick links for you to access stuff for you and your team. These are the around the 6 major key points that you need to have at the top of your mind whenever you're interacting with an investor. So name of founders, last month revenue, average gross profit, average net profit, or you can replace this by EBITDA, total amount to be raised, ideal valuation. You need to know this. So we've added a section to remember here. Fundraising tasks, you can easily add the tasks over here. Fundraising tracker, track all your conversations with investors. You can also track the progress that you have made so far in your fundraising efforts, and then a calendar to track all your meetings with investors. And then finally, a bonus AI-assisted email generation prompt to help you create reach out emails for your investors. Okay, now let's get started with the demo. To get started with the demo, you'll have to duplicate this template into your own workspace. So remember, whenever you download our product, you will get this template, okay, but it won't be editable. Okay, in order to make it editable, you have to duplicate it. And then it basically adds a duplicate file to your Notion workspace. If you don't have Notion, just sign up for it. It's free. You can sign up using your own Gmail. Okay, so we add it to our workspace and it'll just take a few seconds and it'll be added. Yep, it's been added. So for the purposes of this demo, let's create like a case study for a business idea. Okay, so describe the business idea. I am going to describe it like based on the idea. course. Cool, simple, sweet. Let's try it out. Generate. So we have like an elevator pitch now. You can keep changing this up as you want, updating it, but I think this is good enough. Okay, so this is our elevator pitch, right? We can use this whenever we want now. So now let's go to the pitch deck template. Okay, now before we go to it, there's one more thing I wanted to mention. I'm sorry. Okay, just make sure you add all this information here as well, right? And you link website and Instagram and everything. So let's say I won't do the whole thing, but Jane and John, or whatever the actual names are going to be. Revenue generated in previous month, let's say that's 200,000. You get the point, right? Add this basic information. You can also use another point. Now we have this. Now actually let's go and check out the pitch deck template. So to get started, click on this link. And there you have it. Okay, so before we actually go through this, just click on file and make a copy. So it will make a copy to your own Canva workspace. Okay, and then it will be fully edited. You don't need to have a Canva Pro subscription for this. Just a basic Canva subscription would do, and you can sign up using your email account. Okay, so farm table. Okay, so let's change the name, pitch deck for farm table. Okay, that's the name of our company. Now you can change the name if you wanted something else. We can call it organic table as well. Just move it here. Okay. I think farm table was better. I just did this to show you. Let's just keep it farm table in here. Okay. You can change the logo easily. Just go to uploads, upload your logo and change it here. If the logo consists of the name, you can delete this and replace both of them. Okay, so the whole thing is going to be fully editable. Okay, let me just walk you through each slide. So first we have a title slide. Then we are going to talk about the problem that people are currently facing. And we don't just randomly give points, we give data for the points. And I'll show you how to come up with this content using our AI assistants as well. So you show statistics and you give resources, like sources from where you got it, so that it doesn't seem like you're taking these points out of thin air, right? So the problem, solution. So you give the solution from the buyer's perspective and the seller's perspective. Now, if it is not a traditional buyer-seller marketplace, okay, you can change this to whatever two parties you're connecting and give points for both. Okay, so problem, solution, product demo. Ideally, take a walkthrough of your entire platform and add the walkthrough here in the form of a video. Or if you're planning to download this as a PDF, just add it as an image and link it to the video. Okay, you show your business model. So how your business works. So in most cases, it's commission model. Per transaction, you make money, or can be subscription also. You can again change this if it doesn't fit your business model. Everything is editable. See, you can just, it's very easy, right? So, and everything is movable also. Even the images and all are movable. You can just move this around if you want, right? So we go to product demo, business model. Then we talk about the market opportunity that we have. Again, very important slide. Key milestones that you've achieved. You can again move this around as you want. Okay. If you don't have any key milestones yet, change this to future milestones and move the slide towards the end. User acquisition strategy. How are you going to acquire buyers? How are you going to acquire sellers? Then a really cool way to show competitive analysis, comparison between you and other competitors. Average unit economics. This is basically the cost that you incur per unit. So per transaction maybe, or whatever it is, and the amount you make per unit. It's very important. Right now it's showing a combined average unit economics, otherwise it will be too cluttered. But you can, if you have multiple categories of, for example, products being sold on your platform, then you can have an average unit economics for each of those categories. Just make sure you don't show too much of it, because we don't want to have like 100 different slides. You can just edit it easily from here also. You can click on the graph, go to edit. You can change the figures here and like however it is that you want. Okay, so let's say instead of 27 I do 33. It increases. Okay, but you'll have to change the whole thing totally. So you can change it as you want. You can change the colors and everything as well. Okay, next we have a current traction. This is another very important thing for investors, so show it if you have it, and if you don't have it, you can skip it also. But if you have it, it's really important to show. Financial projections. again how much money you're going to make. Okay, you can edit this as well very easily. This is 500, 350, or 170. Let's do 250, and see, it increases automatically. So very easy to edit. Funding ask how much money you want. Okay, again, very easily editable. Instead of let me do 40, gets edited automatically, right? So funding ask can also be done. Customer testimonials, important if you have them. Okay, not necessary, but if you have them, it will be great. Your team, thank you. Okay, of course, change this eyes and everything, and just instead of thank you for downloading, say thank you for viewing, and change these slides as well. We also have a style guide with all the boxes, icons that you might need, lines, colors, headings, and all. And once all of this is edited, okay, you can just go to share and download it as a PDF, okay, and send it, or you can directly go and present it to the investors during any investor event as well. See, yeah. Right, you just quickly go through it. Seems quite cool while showing it. And yeah, that's it. Now let's figure out how to create content for this. Okay, so let's go to the pitch deck template. Okay, first of all, let's go and let's just copy our elevator pitch. Okay, so this will help us. Okay, we copied our elevator pitch. Now we go to pitch deck template. Okay, and let's go to slide 1 for a page. It helps my target audience. Okay, for now we will just write local organic farmers. Connect with by adding, okay, so we are creating this another variation of it, so it's fine. By creating a seamless we also give, say, pardon the spelling mistakes, I'm typing in a hurry. Okay, let's generate this and we'll get a few options. Produce. This seems nice. Okay, so you can again keep editing this. You can, even if you don't like Notion AI, try it with like ChatGPT or something, but right now I like this one. So I'm taking this. Let's go to the first slide. You see this, we change it. Okay, instant local organics. Now this line we'll have to edit, right? So you just reduce it. Okay, now you're seeing we have trouble reducing it, so just here's a trick. Go here, okay, make it smaller and add it. Okay, you can make it even smaller if you want. You can play around with it, move it to left or whatever. Okay, so it's actually quite easy to do. Okay, now this is done. The next thing will be to actually figure out the problem. Okay, in order to figure out the problem, you go back here. Okay, and you scroll down to the problem section. Now in the problem section, we have an AI prompt to generate 3 key points. Describe features or solution. Okay, my platform addresses. Service so and so. Cool. So key features or solution, my platform addresses. Problem for people, addresses, problems for people looking to get local organic produce. People struggling local organic also helps. Second female better is agri-tech, and it connects local farmers to find that by using a seamless and or a seamless platform cool. So fairly detailed, right? Forget the spelling mistakes. Again, you're writing in a hurry. An AI prompt is smart enough to figure that out. Now, if you can see, okay, it's given you sources for this, okay, which you can actually use. It's given you like proper points, limited access, and it's not just pulling stuff out of thin air. It has given you proper case studies and data. So 82% of consumers say they would buy from a more local organic if available, this, that. So these are points that will actually convince your investors of the problem and the opportunity that exists. So once you have it, you can just edit it as you want in a more presentable manner, give other prompts, 68, so 83. So okay, so if this is the biggest one, then this 83, this could be whatever it was, 72, like or 54 or whatever, I don't remember the figures, but you can change it, change the titles and everything and create this, okay? So this you have to keep doing for each and every slide. Now it doesn't make sense to give you like a demo for every slide, you get the idea. I'll just show you one thing. So for the slides with numbers, like unit economics, for example, okay, we have given you a table here. Okay, so you figure out all these aspects of your business, input the data here once you've figured it out. So it gives you one place to analyze everything properly, and from here you can copy paste it into your slide. Okay, now that we are done with the pitch deck, the next step would be to create really good financial plan. So you go up, go to the financial model as we did earlier. Okay, click on it. Click on this link. Again, as we are doing with, let me just turn this off. Okay. Now, as we did earlier, go to File, make a copy to your own Google Workspace. Let's call it Finance Plan for, what was the name of our company? Farm Table. Okay, so make a copy, and this is it. So now let's take a walkthrough from here and see how it works. We have a home page. We give you all the instructions that you need to understand. You can change currency settings if you don't want to deal with USD and everything. We show you how to do that easily. Now I'm not going to get into the demo because those instructions are fairly understandable. Then you start with unit economics. Now for unit economics, we have smartly predicted how the unit economics can actually be. Okay, so sales price per unit, amount to be paid to seller, then the revenue would be your commission, pickup, delivery cost, payment processing. If you want to change up any of these, let's say if you don't do delivery, just delete this row and everything else will be sorted. If the structure that you have for unit economics differs from what we have given you instructions on how to sort of use them. See if you have more than 6 categories and blah, blah, blah. You can add stuff, remove stuff, add formulas, copy paste it very easily. All you have to do is you have to just change this. So let's say instead of $30, your average was 45. Okay. Amount to be paid to seller was, okay, so this was your revenue, 30%. If it is not 30%, then you can just change it instead of 30% to whatever it is. And then basically it just calculates everything else automatically. Just add pickup and delivery costs, payment processing fee, this will be calculated automatically. Just add this in. Okay, so this is fairly simple. Do this for everything and your unit economics is sorted. Then you go to financial projections. Here, first of all, add any milestones like raise funds, Okay, and we'll just color it black so it shows. So raise funds. So anything that you plan to achieve quarter-wise, you can add small points. To calculate the revenue, it's very easy. Number of individual sales from each category you have to add. Now, if it's not a category-wise thing, it's a product-wise thing. You can add product-wise. If it is something else that is happening here, you can change it according to that as well. We have actually given you again very detailed instructions on how to tweak this for different business models, right? So if let's say you're not directly selling anything to a platform, although marketplace does, like, you do have to sell something for you to call it a marketplace, but let's say you're not directly selling, you're doing something else or making revenue from something else. Let's say this is number of subscriptions, then you can edit it accordingly whenever you edit something. So let's say it's 35,000 instead of 30,000. These figures automatically get edited, so 40,000. Okay, so you just have to predict number of individual sales for everything, and the revenue will automatically be calculated for the entire thing. So just edit the thing in black. Okay, if you have any other income streams apart from the ones mentioned in unit economics, add them here as well. Now, once you do that, your COGS, the cost of goods and services, is automatically calculated because of the formulas. It takes all the data from unit economics and does all this crazy calculation on the back end, and this information comes here. Okay, if you really want to understand how it works, you can go ahead and check the formulas that we have. Then the next one would be costs for other income streams. Since this wasn't mentioned in unit economics, you have to add it manually. Total marketing expense, just add this. Then it will calculate this and also your CAC. For total salaries, you have to go to teams and salaries section, add all the people that you want to hire. If you want to hire less than these many people, just delete that row. If you want to add more, add a row and drag the formulas. Okay, add these details, hiring schedule, monthly salary, and this thing, and that's it. The total monthly cost will be calculated. The total monthly cost for each and every employee will be automatically calculated here. As I told you earlier, the thing in the blue is formula, so you don't have to mess with it. It's automatically done. And this entire calculation for total expense per quarter for all salaries will happen here. So to test it out, let's just see base salary instead of 10,000 was 20,000. Okay, see, the whole thing gets recalculated, right? Automatically. Now go back to financial projections, go down, add rent, electricity, Wi-Fi, etc. All the expenses. If you have any capital expenditure, that is one-time expenses, add it here. Then if you want to calculate the depreciation on it, I'll tell you how to do that later. Okay. For any debt payments, just add the total loan amount and then go here and add the interest amount that you have. Okay, and rest will be calculated automatically. You just have to add the principal payments as well. Okay. For cash in bank and final analysis, just add the amount of money that you are going to have at the start of this month. So 1st April 2024, how much money you have? Let's say we have $980,000. I add it here. Everything else will be calculated. Let's say I had 1.2 million. Cool. So this thing automatically gets calculated on the cash in bank that you have. Let's say I had 880,000 calculated, right? So cash in bank is calculated, gross profit, net profit, EBITDA, everything is calculated. Okay, so this is very easy. Net profit is also then here automatically calculated, so you don't really have to do anything after you've added cash in bank. Now for depreciation, this is a higher level calculation. So for depreciation, what you have to do is you have to go to this capex and assets. Remember, we added one-time expenses. Add all the assets that we have along with the one-time expenses also here. So remember, all one-time expenses generally tend to become assets, not necessarily, but generally do. But not all assets are technically, like, you get the point, right? So just understand and add it here. Add the cost per unit, number of unit bought. So total cost is automatically calculated. Then you have to add this life in years. That's it. And then the monthly depreciation for that asset is automatically calculated over the period of these years. Again, everything in this formula, so it will all be calculated. So you don't have to freak out with fancy words like depreciation. And then it adds it here, and this makes your entire financial plan seem much more professional. Again, if your income tax is not 30%, just go here and change the percentage on whatever it is going to be. We have given detailed instructions about that as well. Now, once all of this happens, you go to the dashboard. Dashboard is again fully automated. It takes all the data from all these other 4 subsheets and presents it in like a really nice manner, as you can see. Okay, so you don't need to make a lot of changes here. In case you really have to, we have given you details on how that can be done. Finally, just add your funding ask. So let's say instead of this, I ask for 5 million. So see, it changes, team building. Okay, this would be a little crazy, so just right. So add it, add your notes and assumptions here, and you are done with the finance plan. Okay. Now once finance model is ready, just go back to your home and link it over here. We've already seen the investor database, so now you can start reaching out to investors directly. Okay. If you want to add a particular task over here, just add it. You can see create pitch deck. You can add it. You can see ongoing. We can add a due date to, let's see, 10th December, and this is added. If you want to have any investor interaction, let's say John, let's say Jane Johnson. Let's say she's an angel investor. Jane. Okay. You go to jane@jane.com. You get the point, right? Add the details. Okay. We'll do +1. Let's say she's from LA. Okay, and this is done. Now, let's say you want to schedule a meeting with her. Let's say you first contacted her today. She's responded and she said that she wants a meeting on the next Tuesday at, let's say, 1 p.m. and the meeting can go from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, so you can just add that here. You can go here, you can say 2 p.m. schedule. Okay, it automatically goes to first call schedule. There are a bunch of other things as well. Let's say she seems interested to invest around $400,000. Okay, you can add notes if you want. Each page here has this details. You can add notes about the investor further here in detail. You can add progress notes. You can go to this progress tab and see how much progress you are making with each investor interaction. So how many first calls you have, how many you are in talks with, what are negotiating, how many people have signed the term sheets, etc. So this is done. As you can see, once we schedule the meeting, it automatically shows up in the calendar. You can just click it here during the meeting and add the notes over here. No matter how many meetings you have, it will directly show up here. Now let's just quickly look at the email prompt. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly add these details and then we'll see how the prompt works. So to save your time, I quickly added the details. I said our platform bridges the gap between local farmers and consumers seeking local organic produce. I've added buyers don't have any good options, so this is the problem. I've said elevator pitches same as company details. Our solution is to create one-stop shop that allows buyers to sell their produce and etc. Key points, some information, and looking for VC. So let's generate the prompt. And there you have it. It's a basic email. You can keep changing it. You can keep changing the prompt. Use the same prompt in some other AI tool and you'll have your email. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching if you've been watching till now. And I really hope that you download our kit and it helps you in your fundraising efforts. If it does, please reach out to us on the email mentioned below. Or if you are looking at this video on Gumroad, we'll have our contact details before. Because if our product actually helps you raise funds, then there's nothing like it. It just makes up our day. Thank you so much and wish you the best of luck with your fundraising journey.